Hey guys, long time K-bro, never really frequent this board, but felt the need to share and see if anyone else has experienced anything similar. Be me. 21-year-old Anon. Meet QT 3.14 Christian girl. Hit it off and become friends. Slowly over time develops into romance. Start dating. Agnostic, but regularly discuss religion, the paranormal, the afterlife with her. Eventually over time, I find myself developing into a theist. Convert to Christianity. Accept Christ as my savior. Begin to pray all the time, read my Bible, etc. GF happy, we attend church together occasionally. Life generally going well. One night, a few weeks after I've converted, I wake up randomly in the middle of the night. Immediately fully awake. For some reason also immediately feel overwhelming fear. I open my eyes and the room is bathed in red light, as if in a photo developing room. As I open my eyes, they immediately land on the thing standing in the corner. A dark figure surrounded by shifting shadows taking up the entire corner. The only thing standing out are its eyes, which are the same red color as the room. I lock eyes with it, and I feel the most intense hatred radiating toward me that I've ever felt in my life. Suddenly I audibly hear the loud sirens and alarms blaring in my eardrums, and a million people screaming in pain and agony all at once as I stare at whatever the fuck is in the corner. I leap out of bed screaming and grab my SKS off the wall, shouldering it and backing toward the door, beginning to pray loudly, calling on the name of Christ. Blink and everything is stopped. There I am, standing with my back to the door, pointing my rifle toward absolutely nothing in the corner. That's enough for you to know what X is all about. We talk about this stuff all the time. Most of the board is filled up with atheists who come and mock us because they get a kick out of it, or they come here because they want to believe but can't, so they are searching for any and all possible ways to make themselves believe. I had demons attack me physically and mentally. I had curses thrown at me. All these things I got sorted by repenting my sins and giving my life to God and Jesus Christ my Savior. I still sin, however, but I am giving more and more to them, and I feel blessed every day more and more. Write a 4chan X greentext. Be me. Be at work. Get a phone call. It's my mom. She's crying. She says my dad is in the hospital. He's in a coma. I rush to the hospital. I see my dad. He's hooked up to a bunch of machines. The doctor comes in. He says my dad is brain dead. I'm in shock. I can't believe it. I'm at my dad's bedside. I'm crying. I say goodbye to my dad. I disconnect his life support. He dies. I'm devastated. I lost my dad. Okay. Anyways, I set my rifle down, absolutely shaking with fear and adrenaline, and exit my room. Stay up for the rest of the night with my Glock beside me, watching mindless TV because fuck going back to sleep anytime soon after that. Call my GF the next day after the experience and tell her about the whole thing. Tells me how demons naturally latch on to people and feed of their negative emotions. Used to be a very shitty and depressed person, so this counts. Tells me that I probably angered whatever the fuck had been following me around and feeding off my emotions my whole life, and I had essentially slapped it in the face by accepting God. Start to pray even more frequently, especially before bed. So I just now had another experience last night, after a long time. That's why I made this thread. Be me. Wake up in the middle of the night once again. Something just feels absolutely wrong. Room barely lit by computer monitor on screensaver. Have this huge metal shelf in my room that I use to keep various things for my hobbies on, storage tubs, etc. See something Gollum from the Lord of the Rings type fucker that's completely black and encased in shadow crouched on top of the shelf. Shout what the fuck and leap out of bed. Run towards door and fumble with the doorknob. Feel an overwhelming sense of being trapped, like a prey animal that has been trapped in a lion's den and being backed towards the corner. Door just will not fucking unlock as I desperately fumble with it, worrying that whatever the fuck is on top of my shelf is going to jump on me, and I turn around to look back up at the shelf. Thing is gone. Sweating bullets and shaking, I go into the kitchen and get a drink, sitting at the counter for a few minutes to chill out, once again have my Glock by my side. Be me. About 10 years ago, 2012. Was kicked out my mom's house for being a little shit. Stay in run-down hotel for a short time. Everything seemed fine. Learn from internet someone killed themselves in the room I stayed in. One night, I will never forget, I woke up at 3 p.m. The shower is turned on. I go to investigate. Find this nigger using my shower, but standing still facing the wall. I run out the room screaming like a faggot. Hour later I return to find he wasn't there. Shower wasn't wet and hadn't been used. 4 p.m. I hear a knock on the door. Look through peephole. No one is there. Next day I go into town. Find the exact same nigger serving me a KFC. Be me and my best friend, 12 or 13 years old. Ride bikes all the time in our nice suburban town. Nice day, early spring, go for a bike ride and end up in a neighborhood a few miles away. Turn down a street into a slightly older subdivision and immediately hear people yelling at us and trying to call us over. Start to check it out, then we both look at each other at the same time with a bad feeling. Turn around and head back. Couple minutes later a big loud truck chases us down. Driver looks like white trash, guy in his 20s with a mop of red head and a furious look of pure hatred. Can't remember for sure, but it almost seems like his eyes are pure black. Snarls at us and says he's going to kill us. WTF. Take off fleeing for our lives, riding as fast as we can on our bikes. Taking shortcuts across the golf course where he can't follow us, doubling back through the maze of neighborhoods while trying to make our way home. Keep hearing his loud ass truck here and there for the next hour as we hide and flee, so we know he's still driving around looking for us for a long time. Finally make it home, tell dad, who is pissed and drives off looking for this asshole. Never finds him. Over the next few weeks I think I keep hearing that truck driving around. Even think I see it drive by my house a few times. Never saw him again. Still have no clue what the hell that was about. I guess the thing for me is every fringe belief can more easily be summed up by Abrahamic faiths. Particularly Christianity, but to not put a label on it, it's literally all in the Bible. It just doesn't feel as vivid or real as when you trip balls and pierce the veil. Salvia is underrated, but also underrespected. It is a neutral spiritual door to a part of the spirit world that houses things immensely more powerful than the average Heilig, some of which are wholly malevolent. The zipper. If Salvia had flashbacks, I just had one. For me it's almost more like Tastabids. The principality of this one laughs at me when I go there. Mostly he laughs at my terror. I think I've experienced one I've never heard of. The song. Be me. Friends and I decide to trip on Salvia. Sitting in bed next to girl. Inhale, exhale, gone. Everything starts shimmering, jiggling even. Music starts playing, every object reveals its face and spirit. I begin singing, pieces of shit, we're all just pieces of shit. Every inanimate object in the room joins in. Goes on for who knows how long. Music and animism fades. Girlfriend and roommate laughing. I run outside and downstairs and smoke a cigarette while processing the jarring realization that reality is taken for granted as stable. Got any personal stories you've had of weird glitches in the Matrix, Anons? Be me. About 3 weeks ago. Only 2 of us in the house, and housemate was away in Bulgaria for a holiday, wouldn't be back for another week. Had long hair, recently cut it short because of the summer heat. Had a black hairband for my long hair which I would have on my wrist at all times when my hair is down. Go to bed, wake up the next morning for work, and it is completely gone. Figured it fell off my wrist and me turning in the night must have knocked it onto the floor. I search under the bed, under the covers, everywhere. Literally pulled all the sheets off my bed and shook them off to make triple sure it wasn't hiding in the sheets. My bedding and sheets are white-gray respectively, so the black hair band would very clearly contrast with the sheets. Put my sheets together, fix up my bed, and make it nice and tidy, doing one more thorough scan over and under my bed to make sure it isn't there. Head off to work. Come home later that evening, walk into my room and the hairband is sitting on the very center of my bed in plain view. This happened a second time 2 days later, before I decided to get my hair cut short. Literally the exact same identical scenario. Be me type 0 RH+. Targeted since birth. Mother's type 0 RH. Mother said pregnancy had to be watched. So her body didn't kill me. T videos claim RH+ is targeting RH. But I see it the other way around. Chess well off and perfect life, social etc. I have troubles getting work social etc. Been actively gangstalked for years. and targeted with hallucinations. Visual, audio, and olfactory. What am I missing here? Why do the gang-stalking groups and videos claim that RH is being targeted for removal by RH+, when in real life I see it and have noticed it quite different? Any insight, articles, or data would be appreciated. I need to figure this out. Also, CAPTCHA is back at 6 now. Be me. Be helping family fix boiler by defrosting outdoor pipe in winter. Absolutely hating every minute of it as it's like -10°C and I'm in jeans and shirt on a roof. Hands burnt by boiling water. Draw blood by slipping and scratching hand along wall. Burn tobacco by lighting cigarette. Somewhat seriously curse whoever installed the boiler and put the fucking pipe outside, invoking the wrath of my Irish ancestry. Call up next day to get someone out. There's gonna be a delay due to one of our engineers passing away in the night. MFW, I hear that. Is it possible that I cursed someone and that curse resulted in their death?